Yo, it's your boy Henji.
What's good? It's Tweez.
You already know what time it is. Check out one on one is back. It's back. We back. Tweez, what's happening, my boy?
Hey, not too much. Ready to dive into the docket.
Hey man, there's only one thing to talk about. I mean, it's been a week full of trades. There's been some stuff going on in the NFL. But I think the most important one to me is what's going on in the NBA.
For sure.
And James done did it again.
He knew how to dance.
Found his way out.
He knew how to dance.
He's in the clip show.
Wow.
He's in LA. What you think?
I love it. I love that this has happened. I love that my man James lives to fight another day. I was worried. Thought, if he played it the wrong way, it could be over for the kid.
OD.
So I'm happy to see that there's something to see him getting a chance to play in a situation. Well, I'll tell you one thing. There are no more chances after this.
Oh, OD. The Clippers got James Harden, PJ Tucker. Sixers got Marcus Moore Sr., Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin. Clippers love the trade. Love the trade. Everyone's going to say, well, it's Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and it didn't work. It worked before. Remember, Russ played in Houston with James. Russ averaged 27, about 47% from the field. He just got hurt. It just got a little foggy. Things just didn't work.
PJ Tucker was playing center. That was a different time. All right, I think we can afford
definitely a different time.
A different time. PJ Tucker played center, and the circus they had going on up there, it worked for a little bit until the playoffs came. So I know they can run together, but I just don't know. I don't know if they don't complement each other.
James is an insurance policy.
Okay.
Here's what we do know about Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. They don't play. They are unavailable. The DeVito song. You know what I mean? Like, so you got a guy that frequently plays.
Yeah, James gonna suit up.
Unless he has like a hamstring issue, he's gonna suit up. He's gonna play.
Unless he's angry at somebody,
he's gonna. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna suit up.
He's gonna typically perform, and he's capable of. Am I saying this is old James that can go ahead and average 28 points a night? Not particularly, but he can give you about 23, and he can explode at any given moment. He can lead the league in assists, and that is a added bonus for getting older, spot up shooter. Paul George, who doesn't need the ball in his hands that much, doesn't really want the ball in his hands that much. And same for Kawhi. Just get the ball in your spots and close, because that's what James needs in his career at this point. He needs the closer. Russ, pick your spots. Rebound, play D, hustle. Zubox, be big. Verticality. I like the team. I think that they also challenge the Nuggets.
I think I hear what you're saying, but I think you need a lot of there's a lot of wishful thinking in there. I think you need a lot of things to go perfectly for it to work in some ways. Because, like you said, you think that PG and them and Kawhi don't want the ball. I think they need the ball. I think that their ISO work is dangerous. PG putting people on an island and getting to move around, it helps everything for the entire offense. And I don't think there's any way that they're going to go away from having the ball in Kawhi's hands.
James going to get it to him. He just was the MVP last year.
Agreed. But I think it's different because they're going to be both trying to play from the perimeter. And that, I guess, James Embiid could be somewhat similar, working from like the high post.
Yeah.
But my problem is that I don't think that James should dominate the ball on this team. I don't think that this is another team that James should come to dominate the ball. I think that we we're so quick to forget that he just said that before he went to Houston, before the Houston thing fell out, he wanted to lead the league in scoring again. Right?
But he was dominating the ball leading the league in scoring.
But that's what I'm saying. That James has to fundamentally be ready to get off the ball a little bit is what I think will have to happen, especially if Russ is going to play.
I think I think that for sure is going to happen. I think that he's going to be splitting the time, but I think splitting the time, yes, but he's going to be handling the ball the majority of the time. I think that it's clear at this point he's just a better passer, decision maker with the ball in his hand, and that's no disrespect to Russ, but it's just where we are in his career. I mean, that's just what it is. Uh, I mean, James had league assists. I mean, it's just what he does. He's done that a couple times in his career. Not that Russ has not.
Okay.
Not that Russ hasn't. Certainly has. But at this stage, I think I like this James, and he has the perfect supporting cast just for him to do what he got to do and really be out the way.
You think they're going to have what it takes to play defense with a lineup that has Russell Westbrook and James Harden on the floor at the same time?
Yeah, Russ plays D. Kawhi plays D. Paul George plays D in the passing lanes. Now he's not as like effective as he was a defender a few years ago, but he's still out there in the passing lanes. Long. He can guard 1 through 4. I like these guys. Then you got a good bench, Bones Highland. Then you got PJ. Then you got Norman Powell. What? I mean, I got a question for you, though. Do you think James gets paid next season? And if he does, where's his value?
I think that's all dependent on how the fit works. Like, how does it flow? Mm-hmm. Not only do they have success, but is everybody able to stay and remain happy and content with their role and position based on the changes that have arrived?
Yeah.
Through James Harden becoming a member of the team. What happens with Terrence Mann? Also, how does this affect Terrence Mann, his development, and his role on the team? So it's like, of course, we're talking about Russ and a lot, like how it's going to affect Russ. But really, how does it affect the future of the Clippers? Like the only bit of future that's up there that we have anything to even really concern or think about is Terrence. I think if Terrence shows that he has worth and value, I think that takes away from the value of James going forward. Yeah, I think that James got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to prove this season to show what his value really is, and more than just the dishonesty of what he just experienced. More, he's gonna have to prove, you know what? Beyond the bad business that he thinks that occurred, what am I to the NBA? That's what he's gonna have to prove this season.
Yeah, let me tell you this. I think the Clippers are in win now mode, and that is it. They are in. This is the year. We are going to ante up. We're putting all our eggs in one basket. James, come on. And basically, hey, look, we're going to take on your salary for this 1 year, $35 million, $36 million, somewhere around there. And you better hoop if you want to get paid. And honestly, the only way I think they offer him some money back, and I think the ball's in his court, really, is if they win the championship. If they don't win, I don't think he's getting offered to come back to this team. I think they may even blow it up, to be honest, if they don't win the championship this year. It's been 4 years of just injury, one guy here out, injury, this guy here out. So it's like, come on. I mean, how much longer are they going to do this little charade? But, I just feel again as if only way James Harden finds a way to get paid is if they win a championship. And if they don't win a championship this year, James Harden, I don't know. Russell Westbrook is getting paid $4 million a year. Russell Westbrook. I know you guys are gonna say, yeah, Russell Westbrook just averaged what 14, 15 points last year. You're gonna be like, oh, you just did that. But I mean, hey, the antics of James Harden have kind of, made it kind of shaky.
You're just a bad situation away. It's just like the old parables or the old things that people used to say about how you see a bum on the street and you're thinking how did they get there, but they're just one bad decision away,
Mm.
right? So you look at Russ and you're saying, whoa, of course he's getting paid the minimum or whoa, based on like you said his past performance. But James is just one bad situation away from that.
Yeah,
Just one.
yeah,
With the age, like you said, with the antics, when you add it all up, if James does not perform at a certain level this year, it's going to be very hard for him to find a team that's willing to sacrifice any kind of loot for him.
yeah,
Think about what just happened before this trade happened. If it wasn't for the Clippers being desperate for this idea of claiming a championship this year, because I think trade or no trade, like you said, I think they were closer to blowing this thing up
yeah,
without this last year. This is their last hurrah,
yeah.
right? So, with that being said, if I wholeheartedly agree with those sentiments. If James does not perform this year, not only is he not going to get paid by the Clippers, I don't know who else he's going to get paid by.
Yep. Yep.
It doesn't seem good, but all right. So what do you what how do you feel about the Sixers in this? We haven't talked about that. What are the Sixers?
The Sixers are just riding on Embiid, um, seeing how far the Embiid play will take him. I mean, the same way the year before James got there, Embiid just hooped on over there alone. Um, Ben ain't play. You know what I mean? So Embiid ain't really. It is what it is. But I do think I'll tell you one thing. I think Embiid is going to be asking for a trade soon.
Mm-hmm.
Why be there? Why just keep being their same old song? You don't have a solid. So you had James Harden for a year. I mean, it's just you guys just find a way to just not close it out. Just it's one of those times. But again, just not enough time to build. And I don't think you deserve that. Philly Joel Embiid. I think a trade will be requested soon by Joel Embiid and the Sixers. I mean, they'll compete. They'll make it to the playoffs. I mean, they got Joel Embiid, like I said. They'll be in there in the East. They'll be around the 7-6 seed at this point. But I don't think anyone was going to take them serious now. At this point in time. I mean, you got. I mean, they're still okay. I mean, you got Embiid, you got Maxey, you still got Tobias Harris, you get Marcus Morris, Covington. I mean, they're okay, but it's still just it's not a team that
It's not scary.
Yeah, I'm not ringing no bells.
But so I think we'll see the emergence of the next level of Tyrese Maxey. I think they've now made room with James gone.
Yeah,
for him to get a little bit more of the load and be able to direct things a little bit more. And I think they got something good there. I think it's more to the new style of how winning basketball is played, where you got someone who really puts pressure on the basket with Embiid, and then also someone who has a lot of that new age slash and dash type of basketball where they can hit that three, but if not, they're also gonna attack from the perimeter and create for others. Right? It's more pace.
Yeah.
Than what James was giving.
More up and down. Yeah.
Right? And I think they can take these pieces that they just got in this trade, a lot of this capital they got, and make another move, and maybe just get something that better complements Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and Embiid. Or maybe Tobias Harris might be involved. Who knows? To get another star. You never know.
Ain't nobody taking Tobias Harris $35 million contract. Yes. It is expiring, but it might want that BS.
Expiring contracts are a hot commodity in the NBA, so you never know what could happen.
$35 million.
You never know.
BS. Don't nobody want that. You're on your own there, Philly. And that's why Joel is going to say, get me out of here.
And now, if something doesn't shake this year, if they don't make any moves with these pieces right here, it could be over. But I think they got one more shot to make one more move with these pieces to show a real shot.
Who are the pieces? Who are you going to trade? KJ Martin? Who are you going to trade? Who are you going to trade? These guys that they got, no disrespect, but they aren't worth nothing. Who you? Marcus Covington? Who? You're not putting Max in a deal. I mean, honestly, like, I know you don't.
Max in the deal.
You're not. I know you. Shoot, we just talked about it. Tobias Harris. That $35 million, nobody really wants. And if you do put him in a deal, you're not going to get what you want for it because it's just Tobias Harris. I mean, seriously, the Sixers are in the same place. They're in quicksand. And they are just they're still just trying to just stay above it, like, not trying to get all the way trapped in there. Like, they're just standing.
So they got no shot.
They're going nowhere.
See, one thing that I can say is that I'd rather be in the East with the reigning MVP.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
Right? Than to be in the West gaining James Harden.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
I get it. The Clippers have a chance to be a very, very, very high octane offense. And they have a lot of depth. And we have to see how that works. But they still have to come together. They still have to beat out some amazing competition in the West to get the opportunity. So I just think that Philly is not too in the worst shape. They've still got a chance to be a top 4 team in the East. And then figure out from there, maybe some luck, something lands their way. Tyrese Maxey becomes, goes second level and it becomes a perfect fit with James Harden. We find out something new. Tobias Harris plays the best basketball. Of course, a lot of wishful thinking, but just like the wishful thinking that's required on the other side for the Clippers to work.
This is one of the most unlucky teams.
And same with
in the offs.
And same with the Clippers. Unlucky. These are 2 unlucky franchises that have made a deal that they
Clippers
need.
Just got the injuries. These guys. Ben Simmons didn't take a layup, and that has held them back for years. I mean, literally, Ben Simmons didn't take a layup, and that set them back.
Look, man, that team. So how much of this? How long are we gonna keep leaving Joel Embiid's performance himself out of the conversation into why they've had unluck or been unlucky in the playoffs?
Joel Embiid hasn't been the best playoff performer. He hasn't been the best closer at all. Nonetheless, we all saw what happened. Ben didn't make a lay, and that changed everything.
I hate it here. They were up 17 times in that series.
Ben didn't make a lay, and that changed everything. Pass about to Thibault.
That was
oh my God. That was that, man.
Still, it's just another example of Philadelphia mismanagement of players and talent shortly thereafter.
Yeah.
So I can see that Joel has got to know what's going on. He knows what's going on at home better than anybody knows anything that's going on.
Absolutely. And that's why I'm telling you now. Joel will be asking for a trade soon. Like I said, I don't know anybody. I have no sources, but it's just, why be there? And you're seeing that all the stars are just able to do what they, want to do because they are employees. And as an employee, you can leave. You can leave. You're not happy, you can go to another place to work. And there's no way Joel can now be pleased playing in Philly. This is not a contender. And he wants to play for a contender. He's voiced that. So it's time to go. And I'll tell you who will fumble this bag if he says he wants to go. Miami. They don't know. They don't want to get anybody.
No chance they'll make a deal.
No. Mm-mm. Oh, Joel, you available? Yeah, we're not interested. Not interested. Not interested. We'll sign you down and have him back again. We'd rather do that.
So, quick question.
Yeah.
Where do you think that Joel will most likely land?
That's a good one. But I'll tell you, I'm thinking something spicy. Golden State. Um, they need a big, looking for a big for a long time. Um, yeah, Golden State.
You think they got what it takes to put together a situation? Or
absolutely. I think that Wiggins can certainly be involved in some stuff. I definitely think that one of the young guys can be involved in some stuff. Chris Paul can certainly be involved in some stuff. And they'll make it that work.
They're not Miami.
No. They're going to get what they need to get.
I like that.
I just think a lot of teams, that could just like make it work, and just like structurally ship some guys out. Got some money. Like I said, I feel like Golden State for sure because they got a lot of high money guys. Get that money out, bring some big money in.
How about Minnesota?
I like Minnesota, but I feel like they got to get both their bigs. Joel Embiid don't need a Karl Anthony Towns or Gobert. Didn't get both out.
So
right.
Get both of them.
Both. He don't need either one.
Yeah, I agree with that. They have a lot of capital to trade over there.
OD, and I think that's capital. People want that. You want Karl Towns. You'll take that on.
Yeah.
You want Gobert. You know what I'm saying? Even though people say that you don't, but you do. Look at defensive win shares, even in the playoffs throughout his career. You want him. So I think that he'll be out there, Joel Embiid, and I think that it's going to be interesting. There'll be tons of suitors for him, tons of contenders. All the contenders are going to want him. Like I said, contenders have pieces that they can also give out there. Yeah, man. You got any last words, my boy?
Well, sayonara, Joel.
In due time. It ain't just yet. But in due time. But I'll tell you this. Jamesy. This is the last one. We both agree on that.
It's the last dance, James.
But you got to ball. Yeah, I think you will ball. Ty Lue is the guy for you to make this work. That's what I do believe. Ty Lue, he gonna do it. He's gonna put it all together. James, you're gonna be diamond. Russ, you're gonna be slashing. PG, be available. Don't be weird, because you can hoop. Kawhi, just do what you do. Don't laugh. That laugh is weird.
You be available, Kawhi.
And you also be available. Zubox, be solid. Two-hand dunk. Rule of vert. And let's get to it. I think the Clippers, I think they got some tweets. I'm going to be honest. I think that I don't want to say they're the front runner in the West. No, I'm not. I don't want to jump out there. But they're going to be able to challenge the Nuggets. And the Nuggets will be on their heels, so they better get their minds right.
Fair enough. I think Norman's he's back up there in that 6-man race because he's definitely gonna come off the pine.
Yeah,
good now.
Yeah, nice and strong. Yeah, man. But that's it for us, man. Check out 1-on-1. We holla at y'all. We out.